If you have a Bible with you, it would be helpful to have it open at 1 Peter chapter 3, particularly verses 19 and 20. But if you don't, that's not a problem at all. It's going to be a slightly unusual message today, and slightly against my better judgment. Because normally the idea in a sermon, in a message, is to look at a passage, to explain what it means, and then see how it applies to us living today. But the passage we're looking at this morning is one which, truth be told, no one really knows what it means, or not for certainty anyway. Even Martin Luther, the famous originator of the Reformation, said this about these verses 19 and 20 of 1 Peter 3. He said described them as more obscure, perhaps, than any other in the New Testament. He described these verses as more baffling than perhaps any in the New Testament. And my first inclination when preparing this was basically to ignore these verses 19 and 20 and just look at the wider kind of context and what we can learn for certainty from that. And we will do that next time, God willing. But I decided that it wasn't a good idea to ignore these verses because I felt that it's inevitable that people would read them and think, what does that mean? And if I just ignored it, then that wouldn't give a very good message regarding how we treat the Bible.